Have you ever walked into a networking event and looked around then thought, where are you going to start? Who I should talk to? If I say something awkward, will they notice my accent? Why everyone looks so confident, but I am not? If you always have this feeling, you are not alone because I was there a few years ago.
When you come to an event or you come to a relationship, don't work on selling, work on learning, work on listening, and work on helping other people.
Welcome to the WonderVoice, where we co-create a new standard of wellness in the digital age through the 7 Wonders Wellness Experience. Hello, I'm Rachel Wingman. So let's see what we're going to be talking about today's topic, speaking wellness. And I have someone very special to introduce to you all, Wendy Lloyd Curley. Yes, Wendy is my greatest mentor in networking skills, no doubt at all. And she is also a book author. Stop wasting your time on networking. Stop wasting the time because we all know time is the most important factor right now, because regardless you are slim, tall, women, man, wealth or poor, you only have a 24 hours a day. And she's also an executive director for BNI community, which is I am part of this great community as well. And she is also a public speaking. So I'm so happy to have Wendy to share the networking strategy and showing us how to networking without fear.
Thank you for having me, and what a joy it is to watch you shine. It really makes my heart sing. Networking, so I found BNI myself in 2011, and about 3 years prior to that, I myself walked into a networking opportunity and brought business cards and brought a lot of hope. I really, really, really wanted to get new clients. I wanted to sell. I wanted to be able to say that it had been worth my while investing in the event and taking the time to be there. And what I learned that day was that nobody cared about what I had to offer, really, because they didn't know me and I didn't know them. And so I left that event without a lot of hope about what would happen next, and in fact without a lot of direction. So just like you, I walked in unprepared and didn't know what to do.
Interesting.
So the next year I went to the same event and I decided to completely change my strategy. I did bring business cards because that was smart, but my intention was completely different. I decided I wanted to learn. So I went to all of the different breakout groups and I went into different seminars and I met with people and I had conversations with them. It felt much better. And I didn't really have an outcome that I was looking for to sell. And I was selling candles. So what happened while I was there were two things. One lady said to me, "I love candles." And I said, "Would you like one? I have one in my purse. I'd love to give it to you." And she said, "I'd love it." And that became a client relationship. She loved my candle. It came in a little bag with my business card in it. And I said, "If you love it, call me and I can help you get more." And so that was a wonderful relationship that started. But the second thing that happened was that I went to a seminar about networking. And this lovely woman talked about what networking was and what it wasn't. And networking is not sales. In my book, I actually have written that thou shalt not sell. You're not there to sell. You're there to connect with people. And when you can make good connections, you actually are going to be more successful. And so what I learned in that networking event, she called it the karma bucket. Put good things into the karma bucket. Allow other people to put good things into the karma bucket. Help each other out, and you will actually benefit. In my BNI world, we call that giver's gain. When you come to an event or you come to a relationship and you think, how can I help this other person out? you will benefit from that. And when everybody comes with that environment, the karma bucket gets filled and good things come to you. So that was really my experience with it. And that was how I grew to expect networking to work. Don't work on selling, work on learning, work on listening, and work on helping other people. That was the true benefit of attending that event the second year. Once I found BNI, then I realized that networking was a verb. It was an experience that I needed to do. So when I wrote the book, I decided I needed to delineate between what BNI was, which was helping build a referral network for my business, and what networking was, because networking was truly the opportunity to grow and build and connect with new people.
I totally agree about how Wendy mentioned about the networking experience is you have to be put yourself up, you have to be show up yourself and keep practicing. Should I say practicing as well?
It's like yoga. You
Yes.
never perfect it, and
Yes.
every experience is different. So it is a practice
Yes.
for sure.
Yes, yes. And then you will be starting to notice what others did, and then you can helping them by finding the resources, and that is to put into your common bucket, right?
Correct. One thing that I tell everybody too is that not everybody will connect with you well at a networking event. There may be opportunities for you to really click with someone and to understand what they do, and they might have the same mindset that you do about giving, about karma, about how can we help each other. But there might be other people who are completely not clicking with you, and that's okay. You need to be able to simply thank them for their time and say, let's go and meet some other people. I think that you were going to ask me about introverts versus extroverts, and I want to share this with you. I think introverts make better networkers than extroverts.
That is kind of the myth. And definitely I want to ask Wendy, because you probably have many others, they also label themselves as an introvert. And every time they find that the networking always, they spend huge energies. Or after the networking event, they feel so tiring, they feel they draining, and they feel this is not for them. Is that the truth, which is Wendy just mentioned it? Introvert is a better networker.
Well, the reason that I believe that is because introverts can learn to ask questions and listen to the answers. We actually don't need to drive the conversation. We simply can steer it by knowing a few simple questions to ask to get other people talking. And introverts listen more. They use 2 ears and 1 mouth in proportion. Ask the question, listen to the answer. People do love to talk about themselves at a networking event. What you're hoping to do as an introvert is to meet someone who not only will answer the question with joy, but also respond and ask you a question back. Sometimes you can get stuck in a loop where the person will simply talk about themselves and keep going and going and going. And perhaps there's an opportunity for you to say, well, let me tell you my story. And that takes bravery and courage, but it's certainly something that I think an introvert would be able to do. Whereas an extrovert will go to those events, probably flit around from person to person to person, and not necessarily leave with a strategy, leave with an action. And it's not about the quantity of people you meet at a networking event. It's about the quality of the connections that you make. I often will challenge myself to develop 2 relationships in order to limit the follow-up that I need to do. Who are the 2 people that I've met tonight or today or this morning that I want to actually reach out to and thank for their time, for meeting them, for the information they shared, and perhaps to connect with them more regularly. And one way to develop an active listening skill is to repeat back what they've said. To say something like, if I hear you correctly, you're saying this and this. You're saying that times are tough right now. I wonder how you feel about that. And you're demonstrating that you've heard them and you're not necessarily always trying to figure out what to say next.
Yes, 100%. Even now, I'm still learning the way because, for someone like me, love talking a lot. Then I learned to how to give a space, not only being like a active listener, but also give a space for other peoples to talk. And you're right, because once you've been listening while others sharing, then you will have the question and conversations to follow.
Absolutely.
If you go into the networking event, you definitely, like what Wendy's book, come up with the strategy to relationship that you want to follow up, and you need to be observe who they are and why you want to be follow up with them.
We often think we're trying to meet our target market, and that is true. We would love to meet our target market, but as you said earlier, not everybody's interested in what we have to offer.
Yes.
Not everybody has the problem.
Yes.
So when we're networking, it's important that we've developed in our mind a list of other people that we'd like to meet. And so I've narrowed that down to 5 different types of people. And this is what my keynote is about. My keynote presentation that I do in front of audiences, it's called Rock and Roll and Networking. And all I do is take these 5 different categories of people and explain how making a list of the people you'd like to meet will help you when you're networking so that you can actually talk to anyone, anywhere.
Yeah.
And so the 5 different people are this.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most controversial. But your competitors. When you walk into the room, if you're a marketer, ask if there are other marketers that are there and say, I'd love to meet them and find out about what they do. If they're true competitors with you, they do exactly what you do at exactly the same price point for exactly the same people, well, then you've met someone who you can compare yourself to, and you've benefited from that. You're probably going to meet someone who does something similar to you, but they might do it for a slightly different market or in a slightly different area, or with a slightly different price point. They might do a different specialty. I have an example of a photographer. A photographer is not all the same. A photographer might do real estate photography and take pictures of homes that are going to be for sale, or they might take headshots for corporations, or they might do product photography and be experts in that, or they might do school photographs. There's lots of different photographers in the world. And so if I ask to meet a photographer, I'm asking for a competitor, but it's really someone that I could collaborate with and send referrals to, because I might be asked to do school photographs, but I might not be a school photographer.
Yes.
But now I've got a connection that I can make. It's really neat to ask for competitors and then to turn them into collaborators if there's not a lot of overlap in what you do.
Yes.
The third type of person that you might want to make a list of these people. This one's actually very easy. I'll start with easy. Who do you recommend to your clients? Oftentimes, you will have a group of people, and it might not be very many, might be 3 or 4 providers who are able to give services or products to the clients that you have. It's sort of the next step for them. In an example of a buyer's agent for real estate, once they've found the dream home for a person, that person might need an interior designer, or maybe they're going to need a moving company, or maybe they're going to need a painter or someone to do the landscaping. These are natural recommendations that the buyer's agent could make to the person. Well, I bet you have someone who you could be able to give as a recommendation to your clients for the next step. Tip number 2, it's important to learn to ask good questions. And those questions should not be, so what do you do? Instead, it might be a question about what brought them to the event that you're at. How did they learn about it? Have they been here before? What's their experience in networking? Do they enjoy what they do? There is a way to ask them what they do without asking them, so what do you do? It's also nice to break the ice with things that you feel comfortable about. And I'm not just talking about, boy, it's hot today, or how about that game this weekend. What I mean is being able to ask them questions about their goals and say something like, it's the beginning of the year and I've been really racking my brain to get clear on my goals this year. Have you been doing the same? And then if they say yes, you can say, what's your experience been? What's your top goal for this year? Maybe I can help you. Do you see, asking good questions enables you to start conversations with people. That's my main suggestion.
Well,
My third tip is to find a group and stick with it. Because in BNI world, we have a process that we suggest. Visibility leads to credibility, which leads to profitability. So if you go to one event one time, as Rachel, as you said, you can't really meet everybody all at once. The next time you go, some of those people will be repeats. They'll recognize you from the last time that you went. And so they'll be able to connect with you maybe differently because they say, oh, I saw you last time. They may not remember your name. They may not remember what you do, but that will lead to visibility the next time and the next time and the next time.
thank you for all the tips. Before we wrap up, I just want to be sharing one of the fun facts. May I ask you where the rock and roll names come from?
I'm a singer and I play the guitar and I love rock and roll. And so I decided that in order to be different, fun, energetic, and to give my keynote a bit more pizzazz than a training process, I made rock and roll and networking my keynote. And so that's where it comes from.
I also went to see one time Wendy's band.
We play at the Bayview Hotel in Gladesville. So for those of you who are in Sydney, Australia, someone see me.
So thank you for your sharing, and I hope you all been enjoying today's section, the Speaking Wellness. And stay tuned about our future wellness. We will have a lot of different wellness topic released in this year, 2026. And if you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe WonderVoice. And together we can co-create a new standard of wellness in the digital age. Bye-bye.